Maybe some of you have heard the news that Eternatus is coming to Pokemon Go. And while that is true, we got to go over some things because there are some wild things going on in some of the data mines to see what is this Pokemon actually going to take to max out in Pokemon Go. If you haven't heard, you got to find out now. So welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go. Like I said in the preview, Eternatus is coming to Pokemon Go. While we will be able to fight the Dynamax Eternatus, you will not be able to catch this Pokemon. The only thing that you're going to be able to catch is going to be one of these, and that is going to be through the pass that is going on during this event. So you will not be able to get multiple of these. You cannot indefinitely catch them from raid battles, but we're going to go over all that information here in a little bit. But before we do so, let's go over what we have going on during this event. The max finale is going down on the 23rd and 24th of August, and then from the 18th all the way till 10 a.m. on the 23rd, we're going to be having the Dark Skies event as well. So this is going to be an insane week and weekend, guys. So if you do want to jump into the Discord, please make sure to jump in there. We've totally redone it. We have the bot in there. You guys can get into the Premier Raid Crews if you guys want to raid there, or you can jump into the Master or the Elite tier and get in raiding with me and my crew, and we are going to be going super hard over that weekend. What's new? Rally together with millions of trainers worldwide for the grand collection of this year's Pokemon Go events with Pokemon Go Fest 2025 Max Finale. This unticketed event can be joined from anywhere in the world with the free Go Pass Max Finale. Trainers level 13 and above can brave a week-long gauntlet of raids, max battles, and more for the chance to battle and catch every Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon that has appeared in Pokemon Go so far. Plus, the newly arrived legendary Pokemon Eternatus. So really exciting stuff. There's tons to go over this event, and most importantly, guys, we have to talk about this. Okay, so right off the bat, it's saying right here, when you battle against this Pokemon, you can get candy and XL candy for this Pokemon. It does not say that you can catch it because you cannot. You only get one through that pass that's going on during that week. Because they do view it as an extremely strong Pokemon with some of the highest base stats in the game, you will not be able to get multiple of them. And let's talk about it now. When we're looking at a power-up chart, the power-up chart gets quite ridiculous because according to Pogo Central and the mod group on Pokemon Go on Twitter, it's going to cost 520,000 Stardust. It's going to cost 9,484 candy and 4,028 XL candy, and they're trolling the numbers to max your 10, 11, 10 Eternatus to level 50. So sometimes when we do get these Pokemon, yes, they do turn out like that. However, bottle caps have been added into the game. They're limiting one of the strongest Pokemon in the game. And then what do you think is going to happen for most people on the second round of a bottle cap? Maybe they'll give it during this. I don't know. But guys, you can use that bottle cap on this Eternatus if you want, but it will not be making its way into the Eternamax form. Eternatus is a poison and a dragon type Pokemon. It's going to max out 5,007 with an attack of 278, a defense of 192, and a stamina of 268. This Pokemon will be weak to dragon, ground, ice, as well as psychic. It's going to resist bug, electric, fighting, fire, poison, and water, and double resist grass. And according to some of the move updates, it got rid of Sludge Bomb, which is kind of disappointing, and introduced Cross Poison instead. So it does have two quick moves, which are going to be Dragon Tail and Poison Jab. And then the charge moves are going to be Cross Poison, Dragon Pulse, Flamethrower, and the Dynamax move of Cannon. Okay, so that one is externally of these other ones. From a regular standpoint, this Pokemon's move pool is extremely poor, unfortunately. It does not get any meta attacking moves, but this Pokemon does function a little bit more towards the Dynamax and Gigantamax system. But guys, let me know in the comments below. Over 4,000 XL candy to max. How do you feel about this in Pokemon Go? And you might think that's it, but let's not stop there because remember, Zacian and Zamazenta, they take XL candy and Stardust to max their max moves. What about Eternatus? Well, instead of the 375 XL candy that's needed for the Zacian and Zamazenta, the max attack level 3 is going to be 800 max particles, 1200 candy, plus 320 XL. Same with each of the ones down the list. And so that does look like that's a cumulative candy. So in order to max it out, it's looking like you guys are going to be going at 3,200 candy to max out every single move on this Pokemon, which is absolutely mind-blowing. I'm really not even close to sure that if this is worth it or not. And if you guys do want to go over the entire chart and check out the power-up points right here that has been leaked, you can check it out here. And furthermore, Pokemon Go has talked to GoHub about some of the details regarding this event, and the follows are going to be what they talked about. Will Eternatus be available in the free version of the Max Finale 2025 Pass? Yes, it will be available to all trainers through the free track of Go Fest Finale. It may require some grinding, but the pass becomes active starting August 18th, giving players nearly a full week to gain progress before the weekend finale. So while it does say it is free, I'm sure that there's going to be a paid version that's going to give you way better rewards, and it's going to get you this Eternatus faster. But if you are a free-to-play player, you still can get it, which is a plus here. So it will be able to be used in the Dynamax and compatible with all Max Battles. And can you transform it into the Eternatus version? No, while Eternatus Eternatus will appear in the Power Spot battles, you cannot own that form. Players will only be able to catch and keep standard Eternatus, which is already among the strongest Pokemon in-game in turn of base stats. This mirrors its behavior in the Sword and Shield main series games where Eternamax was also not obtainable by players. Can it be traded or sent to home? No, this Pokemon cannot be traded and not be sent to home, and while it is not a mythical Pokemon, it is going to be treated as such. What's the price for the Max Finale Deluxe Pass? The final price has not been disclosed yet. However, Pokemon Go will emphasize that it will offer significant value, including tiered rewards, increased shiny rates for all Dynamax encounters, a guaranteed Eternatus encounter on both paid and free tracks. And then the Zacian Crown Sword and Shield energy will be available throughout the week when battling against those Pokemon. So let me know in the comments below, what are you feeling about this Eternatus as it's being introduced? I do respect that it is being mirrored as it was in Sword and Shield, so you cannot own the Eternamax version of this Pokemon. But besides that, this is a very steeply costing Pokemon. So let's start off with the Dark Skies part of this event before we jump into the Max Finale weekend. So on Monday, August 18th, it looks like you're going to be able to encounter pretty much every Dynamax Pokemon that has been introduced into Pokemon Go. But we can't fit them all in one day, so on Monday, the main hitters to look out for are going to be the Latios and Latias if you do not do them this weekend. Tuesday and Wednesday is going to feature Charmander, Obanite, Kabuto, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Pidove, Drillbur, Cryogonal, Rookidee, Toxtricity in the Dynamax form, and the Scorbunny. On the 21st and the 22nd, we are going to be getting the Raikou, Suicune, and Entei alongside Bulbasaur, Machop, Chansey, Wilmer, Darumaka, Passimian, Grookey, Skwovet, Wooloo, and Phalanx. So if there are any of these Pokemon that you do want to get the shinies of, or you're trying to chase them down, this would be a great event for you to be able to do so. However, it will be a pricey event at that. And then we're going to have raid battles as well. So from the 18th to the 20th, we're going to feature Zacian and Zamazenta. On the 21st, we're going to feature Zacian, and then on the 22nd, we're going to feature Zamazenta. In the 3-star raids, we're going to be getting the Galarian Farfetch'd and the Galarian Weezing, and then in the 1-star raids, we'll be featuring Sinistea. And then on the 21st, we're going to be featuring a raid hour featuring the Crown Sword Zacian, and then on the 22nd, the Crown Shield Zamazenta. So if you do need any energy, this is a great time to be able to participate. And remember, we do have 10 battle passes as well from the remote standpoint every day until the weekend, and then it goes unlimited. The wild Pokemon are going to be Grookey, Scorbunny, Sobble, Skwovet, and Wooloo. And the event bonuses will be power spots are going to be more active than usual, and they're going to refresh more frequently, and max particle collection limit will increase. During the entire week, we're going to be increased from 10 remote raids to 30 per day to make sure that you can get done everything you need to. There's also going to be some timed research featuring these Pokemon and more. And don't forget to go to the web store to use the code GOFESTMAX, and that's going to give you a research that will allow you to get one free version of a Gigantamax Pokemon, Rillaboom, Cinderace, or Inteleon. And that's going to be for the week leading up, and then that leads us into the weekend. Over the weekend, Eternamax Eternatus is going to take over a majority of the power spots, but that is not all, because we're also going to feature every single Gigantamax Pokemon that has been introduced into the game as well. The 6-star Max Battles on the 23rd from 10 to 11 is going to feature Lapras. On Sunday will be Rillaboom. From 10 until 11, we're going to have Snorlax on Saturday, Charizard on Sunday. 12 until 1 is going to be Gengar on Saturday, Butterfree on Sunday. From 1 until 2, we're going to get Inteleon on Saturday and Kingler on Sunday. From 2 until 3, we got Venusaur and Blastoise. From 3 until 4, we have Machamp and Cinderace. And from 4 until 5, we have the Toxtricity in both the amped and the low-key form. And then for raids over the weekend, we're going to have the Crown Sword Zacian and Zamazenta, and then also in the 3-star raids, we'll have the Train Links, and then in the 1-star raids, we're going to be getting the Pikachus. The wild encounters will include Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Grookey, Scorbunny, Sobble, Skwovet, and Wooloo. And it looks like the rarer spawns are going to be Caterpie, Ghastly, Chansey, Shuckle, Sableye, Beldum, Golem, Darumaka, Trubbish, and Phalanx. The event bonuses throughout the weekend are going to include active power spots, refresh more frequently, max particle collection increase, 2 times catch candy, and 2 times catch XL candy as well. And the time to research is going to get you encounters with the Eternatus as well. The field research are going to include Kabuto, Omanite, and Trubbish. And remember that Trubbish is a Stardust boosted Pokemon, so this event is pretty insane. Do I really suggest that we grind out all these Dynamaxes? Not really. Do I suggest that we go after the Eternatus? Yes. Is it overkill if this candy remains at this right now? Absolutely. But still, it's a new event. It's a fun event. You got the Crown Sword, Zacian, and Zamazenta. If you guys did miss out on anything, I think I've covered it all as of right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Love you guys. Peace.